Thread, what are you planning on doing against the FTP? Started by Jelena Levrova, literally over 10 years ago. My family and I are thinking about leaving Prava. We have been living in this beautiful town for generations and do not want to leave, but since the FTP started the civil war, we do not feel safe here anymore. What are you planning on doing against them? The mayor says... Wait. Oh, that's the join date, okay. Dear Mrs. Lavrova, the administration of Prava is currently in contact with the officials of the Pargesian army in order to get some troops to protect the town from the FTP. There is not much else we can do at the current time, so we ask you to stay in a safe place and remain as calm as possible, given the circumstances. Thomas says, this is a joke, right? Keep calm? People are dying out there. Mrs. Toscola, my greatest concern is the well-being of my children. They both attend Prava Secondary, but I would make them stay at home during times like these, especially since I already lost my husband, who died serving in the Pargesian army. But teachers at Prava Secondary have been strongly urging me to let them go to school. How do you plan on protecting our schools, Mayor Grabovac? This is our most important issue right now. Raban, I sincerely understand your concerns, Mrs. Toscola. As the school's principal, I will therefore consider our options on how to protect the schools and Prava Secondary in particular. He was the principal. This shouldn't be a lie. It shouldn't. I don't believe you. Everyone here keeps talking about how we're supposed to change things in Prava, but nobody ever takes action. We're gonna leave Prava and Parges. Goodbye, folks. It has been really mediocre to know you. Oleg! Leave Parges? And that is how you abandon not only your hometown, but your home country, and go where? The nation? This pitiful stretch of land? Never! Believe me, you would be better off dying as a loyal citizen of Parges than as an inferior renegade. In fact, I have devised my own way, how to protect Prava, and show that I am a true Pargesian patriot. I am going to volunteer for the Pargesian army and fight to free this country from the plague known as the FTP. Raban, seriously, Oleg? You have a daughter. She's only 11 years old and she needs you. Please don't make any hasty decisions right now. Besides, if I may dare to say so, I do think FTP is fighting for the right causes. Yeah. Forces of the true Parges, that's what it was. Maybe with the wrong methods. After all, I don't believe Khazard will be doing us any good, considering how he rose to power. And mind you, Khazard's ties to the nation are more than fishy. This guy was quite moderate 10 years ago. This guy is more extreme too, Oleg. Mind you, Raban, please don't tell me you're a terrorist sympathizer now. As for my daughter, Radka, that's important. You have been one of her biggest role models for years now. You know her well and she loves your classes. May I boldly ask you to take care of her while I'm gone? Raban, I am not a terrorist sympathizer, Oleg. What the heck? Dude, they're using this website as their private place here, like no one else is even talking anymore. And I am certainly not on their side. All I'm saying is that you should try thinking a bit more critically towards this government of ours. Regarding Radka, I do not approve of you leaving her like that, and I'm also not a Pargesian army sympathizer, by the way. But if you truly wish to choose this path and join the army, I will not let you or her down. Thank you, I really appreciate this. We do have our disagreements sometimes, but you are a good person and a good teacher, Raban. Oh, wow, that's actually... This is really pertinent information, isn't it? Because as far as we know, this guy is supposedly our informant, the nation's informant, placed inside the Pargesian army. But this guy sounds like a hardcore patriot of Parges. Doesn't think highly of the nation and never wants to go there. We gotta remember that this is from a really long time ago though, and people can certainly change. Where's the conflict? Raban said that Oleg wants to go to the nation. But Oleg himself actually said, I never want to go to the nation. Raban... Well, if you just ask me right here, I think Raban is probably a bigger liar than Oleg. Just because he seems more cunning. Anyway, starting from the top here. Oh, there's more! Oh, there's 2 more, okay. Visitors, we are below the snow and above the fog. Being part of the province... Oh my god. Vojvodina. That's not... Prava is situated in the heart of Parges, at the bottom of Mount Banj. The urban area of Prava has approximately 34,500 inhabitants, and we are very proud to be one of the few places in Parges where avid birdwatchers can spot the long-eared owl, one of the most famous symbols of Prava. Prava. The town hall. We have numerous parks which attract birdwatchers from all over the country, as well as from abroad. Hunting is one of the most popular sports in Prava, which is why we have about 300 square kilometers of hunting grounds. Permitted hunting permits for wildlife cover rabbits, pheasants, and deer. All visitors are invited to our tourist office in the center of Prava, open on weekdays from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., closed on Wednesdays. Okay, the Prava forums. They were shit-talking about the nation in the freaking official forums of Prava. Jeez. Some news here, okay. Jerome's Flowers is looking for a new florist. 'Cause the wife is retiring. Town hall restoration works to continue, expected to complete in July. Renewal of the town hall after the bombing has finally been signed off, to be completed by 2010. Until then, weddings, city council meetings, and other events will take place in the school gymnasium in central Prava. Wow, damn, oh my god. For so long too, 3 years. Mammoth skeleton found in outer edge of Prava. A well-preserved remnant of a half-million-year-old mammoth was excavated in the outer edge of Prava. Archaeologists say it is a miracle how well-preserved the bones are. Whether the mammoth will be brought to the Museum of Natural History in Triflith or displayed in a local science museum is yet to be decided. Oh, the Citizens Board. New Prava Citizens Board for residents. Since the situation in Parges is slowly calming down, and we all need to stick together after years of conflict and war in our beloved home country, the city administration has decided to prove citizens of Prava with a new way of connecting and communicating. Whether you are in need of household devices, would like to share useful knowledge with your neighbors, or just wish to chat, the new Prava online forum provides residents with a new way of local communication. You may sign up for the Prava Citizens Board if your home address is registered in Prava. Please contact the Resident Affairs Office in case you are interested in participating in our online community. Okay, so back to that conflict. The conflicting chunk. Right here. I think we should... Well, first of all, let's get that this guy's the principal. Yeah, everyone knows he's the principal. This shouldn't be fake. Yes. Well, that might explain his preachy attitude. Okay. But this chunk here, I'm thinking we're gonna take Oleg's chunk, cause this is something that he said himself. Whereas what Raban is saying here, he's saying that about Oleg. It's not him talking about himself. I feel like Oleg would know himself better. But at the same time, this is very strange, cause he's working for the nation right now. Is he trying to throw people's trail off of him, or... But this is so long ago though, this is before he even went to the nation for the first time. So I feel like he probably wasn't employed by the nation yet, as an informant. Actually, can we look at the... This was posted in 2006. When did he become one of our agents? Do we know? Not here. Oh! Radka is probably the phone password, isn't it? Hold on. Let me just go look back up the Janus thing. He is an informant. It doesn't say when he started becoming an informant, though. It's really hard to tell. But between the two conflicting chunks, if we had to pick one, I would pick Oleg's, just because that's him talking about himself. Yeah. Okay, let's try opening the phone. We have the daughter. Daughter. Oh, did I not put in the name here yet? Okay, we gotta go back to that first. The daughter's name. Hold on. Leave that one alone for now. I do think the FTP is fighting for the right causes. Yeah, I feel like you can sort of extrapolate that from his overall personality already. My daughter Radka. There you go. And that must be the phone password. Oh, we can't use it? No? There you go. Boom. Orwell reports you have removed the encryption from Bakay's device. Open sesame. Good work, Agent. That will aid us greatly. Okay. Yeah. Contacts? O'Brien? Melissa O'Brien. That's the O'Brien here. Well, he wasn't called. He wasn't called by Raban. Call history? He was called by him, but he's not a contact on his phone. We should save this. Oh, wrong person. Perfect. With this number, we can track Raban Vhart's calls to and from his mobile phone within the listener tool. Whoa. Let's tune in. Is it David Johns?
Karen, my love.
Hey.
Having a good day?
Yeah. So far so good. I called to tell you I'll be home late today. I'm sorry.
His wife.
Again? They don't pay you enough for all the time you give them.
It's not about payment, and you know that. These people rely on me. They need me.
Social worker?
Yeah? Well, I need my wife at home with me some of the time. Am I asking for too much?
Raban, not so long ago you were among them. You have been in their position.
Yes, I know that. So was Illya, so were the others. Yet none of us were national soldiers responsible for invading and ravaging countries. If it weren't for them driving refugees out in the first place, why, we wouldn't need these camps.
This again? We talked about this multiple times.
I'm well aware that this extra time you spend there is for her, isn't it?
Raban, she is... I'm worried, that's all. She's more reclusive now than ever. Something isn't right.
The daughter.
One more reason to avoid her.
What?
You want me to cherry pick who deserves my assistance and who doesn't? All people get the same treatment, the same attention. That's my mandate. I thought you loved that about me.
I do. You're right. Of course you are. You always are. I'm sorry.
It's okay. So, are you good with me getting home late tonight then?
I am.
Thank you.
I will be waiting for you.
No, don't wait. It might get late.
Well, I can hardly go anywhere else.
You shouldn't say things like that. Anyway, I'll talk to you later.
See you.
Sometimes the only way you can cope is with humor, right? I really appreciate this. In the first season, none of this was voiced. I remember having such a hard time catching up to trying to read it line by line, so I'm really glad they have this system now. They even show, when everything was said. Really, really cool. Okay, so this is Karen. It's the wife. We already had a mention of her from earlier, because apparently she's receiving death threats from the Blabber accounts too? Yeah, Karen Vhart. Makes me wonder how it must feel to be married to this guy. It's probably very rough for her because he's disabled. Oh shit, 2 dead after second explosion. That's the other case. We don't have to worry about that for now. Okay. Yeah. Believes the army of the nation invaded and ravaged Parges. The wife seems to be some kind of social worker at the camps, but there's someone that she's paying extra attention to, a her. Someone reclusive. Is Raban jealous? I feel like this marriage potentially can have so many frustrations because Raban is disabled. Does he actually... Yeah, like, editing your blog, does that even bring in any income? This is wrong, by the way. He doesn't live at the camp anymore. Oh my god, they are really out to trick me. I already see that I made 2 mistakes that I know of. The address and the other conflicting chunk. God damn it. I guess we should have this, yeah. Believes the army of the nation invaded and ravaged Parges. This is him talking to his wife. He shouldn't be lying. Invasion? Our efforts in Parges were justified operations to restore and keep the peace. Oh, he's talking about the Parges peacekeeping mission. And we succeeded, if I might add that. Where we were aiding them and, building their buildings. But he's so suspicious of it all. Well, that was that. What were we reading here? Oh, we were reading Oleg's phone. Oh, there's a lot of new stuff here now. Dang, we haven't even read the secondary school thing yet, but let's continue with the phone, because I feel like we should go one at a time. Messages. You. Warning, I fear that my cover might have been blown, and I suspect Raban Vhart to be behind it. If this is true, this could seriously hurt us. And now proceeding according to the protocol for a situation like this, moving to secret location in order to conceal my whereabouts. He sounds pretty dedicated. Office Central? Is he texting the office? Tried to warn the office about him supposedly having been revealed by Raban Vhart. Whoa, our little net here, slowly but surely expanding. He tried to warn us that Vhart had compromised his cover? How could Vhart have done that? How did he know? Keep looking for an answer. There must be something we haven't found out yet about this mess. There's a lot we haven't found out yet. Moving to the secret location, went into hiding. What the hell is that supposed to mean? Hiding? You mean voluntarily? There was no plan which included going into hiding anywhere. Oh. That's weird. Something is definitely off about Oleg too. Is he writing this for someone to read on purpose? Because he already knows that his phone is compromised. With the earlier thing about how we don't even know why he hates the nation, it's not some crazy situation here where he's like a double spy, right? Oh god, this is so confusing. Army of Parges. That's it? Alright. We don't know who that is. I trace. Locations of the past 24 hours. I don't know. Prava? 24 hours though, that's pretty accurate. I guess we should put it in. Sometimes I want to look around at everything first, but I'm kind of worried that I'll just forget about the chunk too. Prava. Oleg Bakay is in his former hometown. Peculiar. Why is he hiding out there? Or rather, from whom? Raban Vhart? Excellent work. We will retrieve Oleg Bakay once we have a clear picture as to why he has gone missing in the first place and what that call meant. He was worried about someone named O'Brien, And we know from here it's Melissa O'Brien. She was calling him right before. But we don't know anything beyond that. We don't know who she is. Government of the nation. Yeah, actually, wait. This phone is from the nation, so I feel like this should be talking to the nation exclusively. But then why is there no plan? What? That's really strange. Okay. Back here. Let's start back at the secondary school. Principal determined to keep school service going. This is from 7 years ago. Latest news reports stated that the troops of terrorist group FTP are getting closer to Prava, which made many parents raise concerns about sending their children to school. Therefore, to ensure the safety of pupils and teachers, the school administration has requested protection by the Pargesian army. Yeah? Yeah? Despite of the situation remaining tense in our beloved community of Prava, Mr. Vhart said to keep the lessons going and is determined to provide ongoing education to our students. We ensure your children's safety at Prava Secondary School, the principal stated. Education is one of the highest valued assets that we have, and we will not give it up because of a meaningless war that is designed to frighten us and keep us from living our lives, he continued. This is true, but I'm not sure how relevant that is anymore. It's from 7 years ago, and so what? So what if he considered to cooperate? Is it trying to imply that because the army is part of the government, that he used to be willing to cooperate with them, or at least consider it? Prava Secondary Library to be reconstructed into bomb shelter. Jeez. The school administration has now decided to provide a protective hideout from combat activities by upgrading our library to a complete autonomous shelter situated in the basement of the school. That sounds not school-like. Since it lies a few feet underground, it is an appropriate shelter against the horrors of war that your children should never be exposed to. We will continuously do our best to provide a safe space for children and families in these exceedingly difficult times. Okay. Prava Secondary now offering child daycare. School attendance has been decreasing. Many teenagers are needed at home by their families to look after younger siblings, or to make up for missing parents who fight in the ongoing war. Geez, they had a really rough time here. While we understand why they're doing that, we urge all parents to not do that. It is not only important for children to go to school. Yeah. Visiting school every day is essential for teenagers' mental growth and education. So that's why we started a daycare. Wow, that's really good, actually. Nikki Bellington wins Prava Secondary's annual math contest. Cool. Congrats, Nikki. Excellent results on both trigonometry and stochastic theory. And we are very happy to give her a math scholarship, which includes participation in the worldwide math contest in Bonton, the nation. I guess Bonton and the nation in general might be a bit more wealthy than Parges, because Parges had a civil unrest and a lot of problems going on. Gonna leave these ones alone for now. That's his old picture, we don't need to put it in. He teaches English and philosophy. Raban Vhart has been principal of Prava Secondary School since May 2001. His main subjects are English and philosophy, additionally substituting for Pargesian history if necessary. Principal Vhart holds a degree in English literature and has spent a semester abroad in the nation. Oh, as a student. His knowledge of language and culture has been extremely valuable, both for the quality of his lessons and his continuously clear vision for a forward-thinking and sociable school culture. English and philosophy? That's gathering his background, right? Do we actually need that? We know where Oleg is. We unlocked his phone, so 2 more objectives for us today. Find out... Yeah, it feels like it's not exactly relevant, but we might want to know just because it's his background. The other teachers. Math, geography teacher. Physics, chemistry. Yeah, Nika. History. Very small school. Yeah, 3 teachers and the principal. And the principal teaches. Very small. I feel like being a teacher is one of those professions that you really have to be passionate about to even take on. So this guy, at least 10 years ago, he seemed to be pretty smart and moderate, and not like the person who wrote the article about bombing Bonton. The mission of Prava Secondary School is to prepare our students to become independent learners with the mindset, skills, and abilities necessary for lifelong success. This requires student-centered learning supported by educators, families, and our community. Records of attendance. Do we want to see that? Sure. Oh, okay. We can search through records of attendance by using a date. That's his date of birth. That's not gonna... Wait. Oh, we don't even need to use a date. We could just use his name. Oh, wait, it says please insert date. Wait, then why are you letting me... It's not a date. Yeah, that's not a date. Maybe if we can find a date somewhere. How long was he principal for? Is that really going to be relevant? I'm trying to think of how, because why would this be relevant? Huh. Okay, well, let's put in English philosophy. Maybe that's... Is that really... Maybe... Yeah, God, I don't know. There's so many things here. I am so scared of the timer. Let's keep reading. Yeah, we can always come back to them all at the end. Oh, what the hell is this? Oh, we never put in captain, that's why. Okay, whatever. Arrival. Old article. When he first came to the nation. What we encountered in the safe country of the nation was not what we had expected. We finally made it, the glorious nation, where we were hoping to be able to live a normal life, away from the fear and danger that our home country is now plagued with. Unfortunately, what we found upon arrival in the nation does not seem to be a lot better. We were assigned to the Outer Bonton reception camp. Yeah, we know that. Yeah. I wish we could move this information down over here instead, god damn it, as a temporary solution. They do not seem to know what to do with us, and the camp is incredibly crowded. The most hilarious thing about this is that the media of the nation is telling its citizens a completely different story. Oh, about the peacekeeping? Oh, reception camps of the nation give refugees a chance of hope. So the media, the mainstream media is making it all feel good. But as someone who was actually in the thick of it, he did not get that. He didn't receive that level of support that they claim to have given him. A chance of hope. 150 volunteers help to prepare food, keep the facilities clean, and assist refugees from Parges in Outer Bonton's reception camp. Oh. Well, hopefully they didn't just do it for a photo op, but maybe there's just too many refugees and it never got around to him. Criticism has been voiced towards the government administration, as the number of refugees fleeing the civil war in Parges continues to rise across the nation's borders. The number of refugees has been dramatically increasing over the past few months, and lobbyists claim that the administration has been far too vague in regards to processes and plans for integration. As a result, the reception facilities are becoming overwhelmed. Oh, so they're not that biased about it. They have some negative stuff right here. According to Secretary of State Arthur Stevenson, who gave a press conference regarding the matter on Monday morning, massive improvements have been made to this situation by building up several large refugee camps across the nation. He has called the new reception camp in the outskirts of Bonton a place where all refugees are treated with respect and offered a chance of hope. He particularly thanked the vast amount of volunteers who continue to do their best to make refugees feel safe and welcome. Yet the camp is... it's on the outskirts of Bonton, not in the middle, on the outskirts where people don't really have to pay attention. It's hard to tell what it really is, because this could be true, this article could be true, but Raban's experience could also be true. If there really is that many refugees, then it's totally believable and realistic that there were volunteers, there were people who received help, but there were also people who didn't receive help. They write about how openly we are welcomed, how we finally have a safe haven with free food, accommodation, and friendly people. Reality is the complete opposite. Now, don't get me wrong, I am more than thankful for being able to escape the terrible threat of war in our country. But the situation in this camp is simply dehumanizing. We are being denied basic human rights. Food and bathrooms are rare, and fights over both are common. The only ray of hope is our social worker, Karen. Oh! Wow, that's where you met her? Wow, damn. Who seems to be the only one around here who really cares. She does everything possible to help us, and seeing her once a week is one of the few things keeping me going right now. Despite the hardships, we have sworn to not give up. We owe it to our people to make the situation here public, and also tell the people of the nation what is really going on in these safe havens for refugees. I have decided to use this blog to publish facts, and facts only, about the war in Parges. It seems like over the years he just became jaded because the mainstream media is lying. Not everything is all nice and peachy. Social worker Karen. Raban Vhart married his assigned social worker? Do you find this as odd as I do? It is weird, yeah. It's weird. He can like her, but I feel like the social worker wouldn't really like him back because, to her, he should be a client. And there's dozens of them. It is a little bit strange, but I guess it's not the weirdest thing. This one, I don't think it's that important. So I'm gonna disable this one just so we can get rid of some of these ones. Yeah. We already have this here. It's wrong. God damn it. Headlines. Oh, now. Oh, 2 dead after second explosion. Is it connected to yesterday's events? A letter has been received just before the crime. Yeah, so we've seen this already. I don't think it's relevant to our investigation. It's just what's going on to the other investigation at the same time. Draft. Crime statistics continue to get faked. By Raban Vhart. Delacroix presents new crime statistics in a way favoring her politics, but who are the real criminals? Criminals are degenerates who wear striped clothing, monsters who make women and children cry. They are predominantly male, usually foreign, and present a danger to the public. They must be isolated or locked away, or so goes the cliché that has been hammered into the public consciousness of the nation. Okay. It seems like that's all that's new for now. Is there anything that we haven't looked at yet? Yeah, I've been holding off on a lot of chunks, so maybe now's my time to go back and really revisit everything again. Was there anything else here? I don't think so. Okay, so far, what do we actually know? We started this whole thing by looking into a Oleg Bakay. Yup, and he's a military officer in Parges, but we later learned that he's actually an informant of the nation who was placed inside the Pargesian army. So I guess we're not completely sure where his loyalties lie, but we assume that he's loyal to us. And he has a daughter, Radka. He immigrated from Prava. No, wait, he works in the Parges army, so he's actually in Parges right now. I think he's probably visited the nation before, but he doesn't have citizenship here. The one who came as a immigrant is Raban. Anyway, Raban Vhart was the last person he contacted before he disappeared. He lived in Prava, formerly. He's still in Parges right now, though. Yeah. 1st Infantry Division Prava. We didn't put in the thing about how he's a captain. Yet. Has the habit of using names of people close to him as passwords. That's his current location. Went into hiding according to plan, whatever that means. Was threatened with death by Raban Vhart. Alias, Janus. Mobile phone? Okay, that's pretty much all we know about him for now. Raban? Raban is a little bit more confusing because he's someone that says a lot of stuff and you don't really know when he's speaking the truth. He has a wife, a brother, and a fan who has apparently given him a surprise. And he also knows Oleg. They were friends back when they were in Prava together. He can't walk. He was also a principal back at Prava. And he lost his ability to walk because of a bombing in a school in Prava. He immigrated to the nation. He runs a blog that's funded by donations from Angels of the Nation, but now we've cut it off for him. So, probably not gonna look so well financially anymore. Soon. Yeah, it doesn't like mainstream media, thinks that they're just a bunch of feel-good articles, they don't really say the truth. Yeah, we know a lot of things here, but if we want to move on, we don't have anything new right now. No, so let's go back to the previous chunks and see if there's anything that we want to add in. Oleg is a captain. I don't think we need to know that because the big thing that we need to know about him is that he's the informant for us, so I'm gonna leave that alone for now. Search database. Agent call sign. I wonder if we can actually find another agent here, but we would need a call sign like Janus. We can't just put Raban Vhart. I don't think it would work like that. We could try. No, yeah, unknown call sign. So if we ever come across anything that sounds like it could be a call sign, then we put it here, but not yet, no. And we also have the Janus file. This might be a more recent picture actually, I don't know, it's quite different. He's very cleanly shaven here. Do we want to put down that Oleg is Pargesian? Maybe. Yeah, Pargesian citizen. It's probably, well again, this is his main thing that we need to know, right?